2, 3, funky.
What's up, guys, and welcome to Isaac and Stuff. Today we're going to be answering some questions, Q&A, about somebody who's dating a trans person, aka my girlfriend Haley. So we have a couple questions, and yeah, let's get started. Are you ready, babe?
Yes, ready.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so the first question. Do you get any hate for dating a trans guy?
I haven't gotten any. I've been pretty lucky. The people that knew me growing up,
Yeah.
sorry, the people that knew me growing up were very supportive. Some of them even said they weren't surprised, even though by the time we started dating, I was already 32. So no, I didn't. I'm very fortunate. I didn't get any hate about it at all.
And I'm not dating a trans person, so I don't get any hate for that at all. Number 2, you ready?
Wait, I have a question.
What?
Do you get any hate for dating an older woman?
No, I do not. So, I'm 28. I'm going to be 28 this year, and she's 35. And no, I'd never get any hate for that. Age is just a number.
It is.
Question number 2. Question number 2 is, was it harder coming out to your family or coming out publicly? Do you want to go first or do you want me?
You go first.
It was equally as difficult coming out to the community and my family, just because my family is really religious and weren't accepting even when I was a lesbian. So it was very difficult. And coming out publicly was really nerve-wracking, but once I did, since I have such a great community of LGBTQ people on social media, it was actually, I don't know, it made me feel better when I came out publicly to online.
I had never been had any relationships with anyone other than cis men up until Izzy. And so by the time we got together and it became an official relationship, I was at a point in my life where I didn't think of it as like coming out, even though I suppose it was. It was just like, okay, well, I've been through enough in my life. Like, this is how I am, and I love this person. And so I didn't make any kind of announcement. It was more like, hey, mom and dad, I'm, an adult person. Like, this is who I'm going to be with. And they were never discouraging about it at all. They were more just like, are you sure? Could you just be careful? You've just been through a lot. Just be careful with yourself. But I didn't really think of it as this nerve-wracking coming out story like other people have had to go through. It was just more like, this is who I'm with and this is how it's going to be, because it makes me happy.
And ever since then, it's been great. I love her parents.
They love you too.
So question number 3 is, are there any problems in your relationship because I'm trans? We've been together for a long time, and like, we have our relationships ups and downs, and of course, but it doesn't have anything to do with me being trans.
Not
like,
at
me
all.
being trans is kind of like it's not even like a factor, really.
Yeah. The only issue that we had around you being trans at the beginning was there was a few months there where he was very temperamental. Not like there's kind of this, I don't want to say a myth, but there's kind of this overemphasis on, oh yeah, transition testosterone makes you kind of like roid ragey, and it didn't at all. It was more just changing in hormones. Just like if you think of how, kids go through puberty, there's just a changing in hormones. So there was some kind of touchiness, and like, I don't know how to communicate with you right now because I don't know how you're feeling. So that kind of thing, but nothing other than that.
Yeah. But as far as the relationship goes, like, me being trans, like, it's not a factor.
Yeah, not at all.
Next question. Was it awkward when you guys were dating before his top surgery? Yeah. I mean, no, but yeah, after a while, I don't know how to explain it.
So not for me at all. I was super excited about anything that was there because I had never been with a female at the time and ever, and so like it was fun for me to play with boobs. I loved playing with boobs. All I had was my own up until then. So awkward for me, not at all. Even afterwards, no, not at all. I mean, he would ask me often, like, do you miss them? Do you wish I still had them? And no, not at all. I just loved the whole person, and whatever changed or came up was just something different to love.
Yeah, but it was awkward for me because in the beginning it wasn't, but as my transition continued, I just felt like a guy with boobs, and like it got to the point that I needed top surgery so bad because it was just causing so much gender dysphoria. I just hated it, and it almost got to the point that I didn't want her to touch them, and like I didn't want to look at them, and I just didn't feel myself at all. I felt really uncomfortable. So not awkward so much as in for our relationship, but like awkward for me personally.
There were several times. I mean, it got to a point in the intimate part of the relationship where he would not be fully naked. Like there would always have to be a sports bra on.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of baggy sweatshirts and coats and stuff like that, and so that was hard to watch.
Yeah, so it wasn't like awkward. It was just, I guess it got to a point that it was difficult for me personally, and it's something that like I couldn't really ask her for help with because it's just, I don't know. So not awkward, but difficult. Next question is, what do you guys identify as far as sexuality? I identify as a straight male, but I find all kinds of people attractive, maybe not sexually attractive, but I think, yeah, I can see attractiveness in men, women, non-binary, and all that, but I am dating a cis woman, so that puts me in a hetero relationship.
Yeah, I would say that our relationship is a hetero relationship, absolutely. But I've had a lot of people call me pansexual. I don't know, there's so many terms out there that I'm not fully understanding of right now. I don't really know how I identify. I know that it's more just of the person. So if you're male, female, non-binary, trans, I just find this beautiful little soul. I don't care what it is on the outside. He's just a wonderful person.
Next question is, did being on T change his personality? I don't think it changed my personality. I feel like I'm the same person. I mean, there's definitely been some inner growth, and but as far as like my person, like the person I am, like goofy, funny, all those things.
Let me say all of this. The person that he is has not changed. He's still mature, immature, goofy, silly, ridiculous, like kind of nutty, but also very like big-hearted and genuine and loving and affectionate. Like all of those things are still, the core things are still the same. What I've noticed over the last 3 years is that after the transition, after finally like feeling like he is who he is, or he's on the way to becoming who he feels like on the inside, the level of depression, anger, those, almost like self-deprecating behaviors have slowly been diminishing, in his like confidence and self-love and ability to love other people and be more inner peace, I guess, is taking over.
Yeah, but as far as testosterone goes, it doesn't change who you are on the inside. But it does cause like a lot of inner growth. Is it hard to talk to your girlfriend when you're feeling dysphoric?
Is it?
Yeah.
Why?
But it's not. It's hard to talk to her when I'm feeling dysphoric, not because like she's hard to talk to, because we talk about everything. So it's not hard to talk to her. It's just hard for me to talk to anybody or to put it out there about like not feeling good that day about some aspect of what I look like. It's just, I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to, like, even express it in words, like, what I'm feeling. If I, like, look in the mirror and I just, like, feel some type of way, it's almost something I don't want to talk about, and I kind of, like, deal with internally. It's a very uncomfortable situation, which has gone down a lot as my transition, as my transition, has, like, continued, but she's very easy to talk to. We talk about everything. We've talked about everything my whole transition, but as far as the dysphoric part, it's just hard to talk about in general to anybody.
I think the
You can talk about
the dysphoria does still happen. So I think at first, after, you know, as it's right there. I think at first there's kind of this expectation that, like, okay, I'm gonna feel like the man I'm supposed to be, and I won't feel dysphoric anymore because I don't have boobs and because I have muscles and all this stuff. But that's not true. I think there's times where you look in the mirror and, like, you'll catch a glimpse of what you transitioned from, and it triggers some feelings. And when he first started kind of having those dysphoria spells, it was hard for me to relate to, because I was like, I don't see that person that you used to be. I don't see a female in you at all. So, like, I'm unclear as to what you're saying. And so it took me some time also to be able to let him kind of go through those things.
So, thank you for tuning into Isaac and Stuff. If you
Isaac and Haley.
Isaac and Haley. If you like this video, please smash that
like button. Oh my god.
Don't forget to subscribe and throw some comments down for me. And we'll catch you guys next time. Later.